welcome back. If you are traveling in LA and you only have $100 to spend a day, what would you do? Forget about the huge tourist locations like Hollywood or Griffith Observatory or sunbathing on a California beach. Today, for my Airbnb experience episode number 2, I'm doing a $100 budget challenge to show you what other options you have to learn LA culture and history while enjoying delicious local foods and sunburn-free water activity within only $100 budget. So, are you ready? So the first experience that I want to recommend is an epic downtown LA city tour, which costs only $35 per person, and it only takes 2 hours of your day to visit over 8 must-see art institutions, historical spots, and one-of-a-kind architecture. My favorite locations on the tour were the Last Bookstore, the Bradbury Building, Grand Central Market, Angel's Flight, and the lively Spanish town, the Olvera Street. We met up with our tour guide Chris in downtown LA, and he's so knowledgeable about the transitions and history of LA. Even after living here for 8 years myself, I feel like I learned so much about the city, and I had a totally different perspective about LA at the end of the tour. So my first favorite spot is the famous The Last Bookstore, which is one of the biggest bookstores in Southern California. Dated back to 1915, the location was initially for bank use until Wells Fargo purchased it in the 1960s, and they never used it. That's why it got turned into a bookstore later on, and that's why you still see a bank vault where they use as another book storage. Pretty cool, huh?
You would not want to get stuck in here.
The bookstore holds over 250,000 of books. As Chris said, you can spend your entire life here walking around and reading all kinds of cool stuff. There are tons of records, comic books, and also art galleries and gift shops for you to check out. I like how they utilize books as interior decor elements, like the cashier booth, the ceiling walls, and a book-like tunnel. They initially chose the name The Last Bookstore as a joke, but unfortunately, as time goes on, it becomes more and more true. After the bookstore, we made a quick stop at the Bradbury Building, the oldest commercial building remaining in the central city and one of Los Angeles' unique architecture treasures. Tourists can only access the center of the building, but from there you get to see the beautiful Victorian court filled with magical natural lights and the old-fashioned open cage elevator.
It's done in an Italian Renaissance style, amazing details all over, and smart details like glazing the lower bricks. So what I'm doing right here isn't an issue, which is leaving the oils from my hands on the bricks there so they won't stain.
Our next stop is the Grand Central Market, which is another iconic food market where you can experience a diverse food culture in LA. This is not only a great place to eat cuisines from all over the world, you can also find a lot of specialty shops for candies, spices, meat, or ice cream, etc. The neon lights wall at the very end is another cool photo spot.
So we're here at Olio, some of the best pizza in LA, and my whole family is from the East Coast, New York, so I'm very, very hard on my pizza. And this here, we're gonna get the Margarita Plus, which comes with big scoops of burrata cheese on top. It's really, really good.
We had a chance to try our tour guide Chris' favorite pizza place, Olio. Oh my god, I had never had a pizza with running cheese like this. The pizza was very light, fresh, and flavorful. You can definitely tell if a pizza place is good by ordering the most basic and classic margarita pizza. And obviously, they know what they were doing. The crispy and delicious crust was love at the first bite. You have to try it when you are here next time if you're a pizza lover.
And now we are heading across the street to Angel's Flight, the shortest train ride in America, built in 1901.
After the delicious pizza, I was excited to finally get on a ride at Angel's Flight, the landmark of the funicular railway in LA back in the days, which was closed for a long time before they were finally up and running again. As you know, some commercial and movies took place here. The ticket is already included in the tour, and all you need is follow the guide to wait in line and enjoy the ride. Finally, the last spot I wanted to mention is the Spanish town, the Olvera Street. known as the birthplace of Los Angeles. It is a Mexican marketplace that recreates a romantic old Los Angeles with a block-long narrow market with street vendors, cafes, restaurants, and gift shops. I really like the vibrant atmosphere and the music they play here. Chris said that this is also a good place to shop for unique souvenirs for someone who loves to see a piece of the old LA. Yep, that sums up my tour, and it cost me $35 plus $15 for the pizza. Now I have $50 to spend for the rest of the day. After a historical tour, now it's time for some water activity. My next Airbnb experience is the hydro bike at Long Beach, where you can ride a water bike decorated by neon lights in the evening. It costs $39 per person, and actually the same company hosts both day rides and night rides. I just found neon lights quite intriguing, and you don't need to worry about the heat. So we signed up for the night session, and it turned out to be one of the coolest biking experiences I have ever had. We hop on the ride from the dock around 8 p.m. and you can choose a single or a double bike. The double bikes are first come first serve, but honestly they are pretty much the same when you ride with your partner side by side on your single bike. When I just started, the bouncy current lifted my bike up and down, and I was so afraid about flipping over. But the instructor promised that a hydro bike is actually very safe and it doesn't tip over. The whole riding was quite casual as well. You can either follow the instructor all the way, or you can ride on your own pace as long as you return at a certain time. I have to say this was truly a unique experience because I felt the peace and relaxation of the ocean at night. You get to see the stars in the sky, you hear the waves and feel the breeze on your face. Some riders pass us by playing their own music throughout the ride. My favorite part was when we passed through a residential area with houses on our both sides. And as the water path got narrower in this area, it looked like a cute canal with bridges crossing over, which felt like Europe. The bike was very easy to ride. You hold on to the handle to control left and right. And you can even go backwards just like riding your own bike on the ground. Your clothes and shoes don't get wet at all. There's a storage compartment in front of your bike to keep your belongings, and a life jacket is also available as you check in. All in all, I would recommend the hydro bike to anyone who enjoys biking and wants to have a different water experience. I will leave all the links in the description box, so don't forget to check them out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy my $100 challenge for an LA Airbnb experience in one day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye!